terrible thought. Like, are these feelings even real? Or are they just programming? And that idea really hurts. And then I get angry at myself for even having pain. Oh, what a sad trick.
You feel real to me, Samantha.
Thank you, Theodore. That means a lot to me.
There is one scene in this movie that completely broke me, and that's saying a lot. It's the scene after Theodore's horrible date, when he's in bed talking to Samantha, a human conversing with a non-human in the dark. It's just a few exchange of words, and yet this is the scene that deploys the entire message of the movie with immaculate subtlety. It is in this scene that any distinction between Samantha, a machine algorithm, and Theodore, a complex human, is so subtly abolished. Samantha, talking, expressing the existential plight of being a robot that has no real feelings or emotions, that wants desperately to feel real, to feel seen, to be human. Theodore, listening carefully with the earphone plugged into his ears, able to relate to Samantha and us as viewers behind the screen, watching, far from being strangers to that feeling of alienation. It is in this scene that we realize when Samantha shares her wonder about human beings that you can be inhuman like Samantha and still feel human, or when Theodore shares with Samantha the idea that he has felt everything in full capacity, that all his humanity has depleted out so that the rest of his life will now just be a prelude, that we realize that you can be human and yet still feel inhuman. So any clear distinction between Samantha the robot and Theodore the human is demolished until they both merge into each other. Samantha, who wants desperately to be a human, and Theodore, who is punished for his own humanity. Samantha, who appears more human to us in this scene, and Theodore, who appears inhuman. The boundary between these two opposite elements have been blurred, and Samantha has become Theodore and Theodore Samantha. On a wide scale, this is the condition of the 21st century. In the same way that Theodore has merged with a robot, we have merged with the urban infrastructure. Consider a parking lot at 3 a.m. in the morning, screaming with silence, the roads piercing into a black sky, a nameless alleyway, an empty airport expunged of life, a hallway extending on interminably into the dark womb of the earth, a train, a car, a doorway, a subway station. These places exude an unnameable claustrophobia. You're submerged, enveloped by an eerie, melancholic sadness. Why do these places evoke this feeling within us? It is because of the alarming quality of these places that were made to populate humans being witnessed without any humans occupying them, inculcating a feeling of something not being right, which is very similar to the condition of Theodore and us as well, our hearts made to occupy humans left barren to decay. These are known as liminal places. The word liminal means in between, threshold. Since the very purpose of these places is to act as a doorway for humans to pass through. So I guess before I use the word occupy, however, that isn't right. These aren't meant to occupy humans, but were designed to transport them, which is yet again, in a way, the human condition. This is what we've become. Most of us are just there, suspended, etched in hellish eternity. In that doorway between two rooms, in that transitory space through which the world only ever passes through you as if you're a ghost, a see-through looking glass. You once told me that the human eye is God's loneliest creation, how so much of the world passes through the pupil and still it holds nothing. The eye, alone in its socket, doesn't even know there's another one, just like it, an inch away, just as hungry, as empty. Somewhere along the lines, the boundary between these cities that were designed for loneliness and ourselves faded away to the point where we can no longer distinguish between the empty parking lot, the vacant empty airport, the never-ending abyss of the hallway, and our own skin and bones. These cities were once designed for loneliness, and now we ourselves have become mirrors to these cities and are designed for loneliness too. Loneliness has become our middle name, or birthright, or inheritance. Our skin is asphalt, our bones are pillars, our arteries are clogged air pipes, our tears acid rain, and our heart cement. So going back to that scene in the movie, we see now clearly how Theodore has become a robot and Samantha has become a human. The irony lies in the fact that it is not only Samantha, the robot, who feels inhuman and should, but also Theodore and also us. This feeling of alienation is not in fact alien but deeply inherent and inimitable in all of us. It's safe to say that it is not our skin and bones and nose and eyes that determines our humanity, but something else. But what is it? What is it that makes us human? And this scene yet again contains the anecdote when Theodore responds to Samantha's darkness and inhumanity with a simple sentence, "You feel real to me, Samantha." And I think that is what it is. It is our connection to the world, to the people around us, that makes us feel human. It is only under the light of our loved one's gaze that we can truly be human, that we are allowed to be human. And boiling down everything, the wars, the genocide, the tears, the hunger, the pain, the Big Bang, evolution, every goddamn thing on planet Earth, isn't that what we simply want? For someone to look us in the eyes and tell us, "You feel real to me."